Waheguruji ka Khalsa, Waheguruji ki Fateh. Today I am going to tell you an extraordinary story of Bibi Rajni ji. This is a magical, wonderful story, a must listen for all. Bibi Rajni ji was the youngest of the 5 daughters of Duni Chand, who was a rich landlord and revenue collector of Patti. Patti is an old town 45 kilometers southwest of Amritsar. All 5 daughters were drop dead gorgeous, and they had inner beauty to match their outer beauty. From a young age, Bibi Rajni ji was always spiritually inclined, more so than her sisters. Whenever she heard that there was a saint or Mahatma in the area, irrespective of religion, she would eagerly go and sit to do sangat. Imagine a young 5 to 6 year old kid running to go sit with holy people so that she could learn and absorb life's lessons. One day, when she heard a Gursik had come to her area, she went to go sit in the Sangat. The Gursik was doing Gurbani Vichar like about this Shabad. नानक चिंता मत करो चिंता तिस ही है O Nanak, don't be anxious. The Lord will take care of you. जल में जन तो पायन तना भी रोजी दे. He created the creatures in water and he gives them their nourishment. उत्थे हट न चलई नाको किरम करे. There are no stores open there and no one farms there. सौदा मोल न होवई नाको ले न दे. No business is ever transacted there and no one buys or sells. जिया का आहार जिया खाना एहो करे. Animals eat other animals. This is what the Lord has given them as food. Which upay saira tina bhi sar kare. He created them in the oceans and he provides for them as well. Nanak chinta mat karo, chinta tis hi hai. O Nanak, don't be anxious. The Lord will take care of you. The Gursik illuminated this its Akal Purakh Waheguru, who takes care of everyone and everything created, whether human, animal, plants, stones, etc. That who has created also provides nourishment for all. So there's never any need to worry, because just as Waheguru takes care of all the creatures of the deep blue sea, where there are no shops, no trading or farming, etc., Waheguru will take care of us too. When kids are young, especially before the age of 7, they are incredibly impressionable and very much like sponges. They soak up the environment and lessons about life. Of course, not all teaching is verbal, as what we do often matters more than what we say. But when the teaching is coming from someone like a Gursik, whose integrity is 100% intact, then words most definitely have a deep impact and meaning because they come from a place of experience. The words come from the heart where Guru himself resides. गुर सिक्खा अंदर सतगुरु वर्ते जो सिक्खा नो लोचे so gur khushi आवे. Deep within the hearts of his Gursiks, the true Guru is pervading. The Guru is pleased with those who long for his Sikhs. Sadgur आखे so कार कमावे. So जब कमावे गुरसिक्खा की घाल सच्चे थाई पावे. As the Guru, true Guru, directs them, they do their work and chant their prayers. The true Lord accepts the service of his Gursiks. In other words, it's Guruji himself who is directing and orchestrating the actions and words of Gursiks. Therefore, they are bound to have an impact on someone listening, especially a child with a pure heart like a young Bibi Rajni. And did they ever? Bibi Rajni took the message to heart and told herself that from this day forward, she will never worry about anything anymore. Waheguruji, who has created us, will surely sustain and provide for us too. With passing time, Bibi Rajni ji became devotee of Guru Ram Das ji. One day, the 5 sisters were together enjoying a meal, being the gracious, grateful daughters they were. Bibi Rajni's sisters were appreciating all what their father had given them. wonderful food, clothes, jewelry, house, play stuff, etc. They were all deeply enjoying themselves, laughing and expressing gratitude for their awesome dad. After a while, her sisters noticed that Bibi Rajni wasn't joining in and asked her about it. They wondered why she hadn't at least agreed with them as they were enumerating their blessings. BBG said, "It's our mistake that we think our dad is the one who provides all these wonderful things to us. In truth, there's only one giver. Waheguru gives to our dad, and our dad gives to us. We should really be thankful to the one who gives to us all." Upon hearing what Bibi Rajni ji learned, the rest of her sisters go upset and with her and said things like, "Oh, be quiet. We don't know any rub you are talking about. All we know is that our dad is wonderful, he's the best, and he's the one who provides for us always. We haven't seen any Waheguru come to our home and give us roti or clothes or foods or jewelry. Our dad does this, not Waheguru." But Bibi Rajni was equally insistent. As the teaching had become firmly implanted within her heart, and she replied, "No, sisters, you're mistaken." Bibi Rajni's four sisters got up and ran to go tell their father what BBG was saying. They found him resting on his bed. They surrounded him and all started talking at once. They told their dad what BBG was saying and how they tried to tell her otherwise, but what she said instead, and how she wasn't listening and how mad they are at her. BBG ambled behind them, quiet but present. Raja Dunichand was furious at what he heard. He pulled his four daughters close to him and quizzed them. "Who provides your food? Who provides your clothes? Who provides for the roof over your head? Who has provided for you all your life?" One by one, all answered in agreement, "You, Papa. You provide for us. You do, Papa. But ask her." When Raja Dunichand turned to Bibi Rajni and asked her, Bibi politely yet firmly answered, "It's Waheguru who provides for us all. Rab provides for me and always has. Whatever is written in our bhag is what we are going to get. No one can eat or steal from someone else's bhag. We get whatever Waheguru Sahib Ji gives us." BBG was resolute because after doing sangat with the Gursikh, she now understood. "कभों खीर खांड घ्यो न भावे, कभों घर घर टुक मंगावे, कभों कूरन चने बनावे, ज्यों राम राखे है त्यों रहिए रे भाई, हर की महिमा किच कथन न जाई रहाओ, कभों तुरे तुरंग नचावे, कभों पाए पनेहो न पावे, कभों खाट सुपेदी सुवावे, कभों भूम प्यार न पावे." Meaning, sometimes people do not appreciate milk, sugar and ghee. Sometimes they have to beg for bread from door to door. Sometimes they have to pick out the grain from the sheaf. As the Lord keeps us, so do we live, O siblings of destiny. The Lord's glory cannot even be described. Pause. Sometimes people prance around on horses. Sometimes they do not even have shoes for their feet. Sometimes people sleep on cozy beds with white sheets. Sometimes they do not even have straw to put down on the ground. In other words, it's Akal Purakh Waheguruji who provides for everyone and gives according to their bhag. Everything is within hukum, and the stark contrast in this Bani and the truth that some don't appreciate what luxuries they have been given, while others beg for the most basic of needs, illustrate this for us. Her father, utterly furious and with red rageful eyes, said, "Oh yeah? Well, if you are too too stupid to realize that I'm the one who has been giving to you all these years, and you think you are being provided for by someone provider? And whatsoever is written for you, let's see. Let's see what your bhag has in store for you. There's a son of a person of our caste who is affected by leprosy. Let's see how your bhag plays out. So you're sure that it's Rab who provides for you still? Huh? Bibi Rajni unwaveringly, no doubt about it. Okay then. Well, I'm going to give your hand in marriage to that leper whose hands and feet don't even work properly. Now you will see how your bhag works for you, and I'm gonna watch how you live your life in hell married to this leper. Huh? Your bhag? Huh? Rab provide for you? Well, we will see. Father, if that's written in my bhag, then you can try or do whatever you want, but I will surely end up in that house. I accept it. I have full faith in that Data. The Data who gives to all sources of creation will no doubt provide for me if you marry me to that boy. BBG's mother begged and pleaded with her daughter to change her mind. BBG instead tried to console her mom. Mom, don't worry and don't try to stop me, please. Guru Nanak will surely do kirpa as he has done all my life, including if I marry this handicapped guy. Wherever Guruji keeps me is acceptable to me. Other old and wise people in the area came to advise that Bibi Rajni to accept her father as the one who provides, as poor thing has no idea what's in store for her if she marries the leper. They forewarned a very difficult life and one for which she has not been adequately prepared. Even her to-be in-laws felt badly about the whole thing and tried to reason with the Raja. BBG never wavered once. She married the guy with leprosy and wholeheartedly accepted the situation and her husband. Her father didn't give her anything as a wedding gift or for dowry. No clothes, no money, no jewelry, nothing. And he made it a point to let her know that she wasn't getting anything from him and that he will enjoy watching her suffer for her stubbornness. She went from a life of luxury to living in a hut with little to no food. Whatever she could put together as a meal, she did, and thanked Waheguruji from the bottom of her heart for whatever they were given. After some time, Bibi Rajni felt it would be best to take her husband and get away from the village. She obtained a rather large basket, put her husband inside, and carried him on her head. Other sources say she obtained a wagon type thing and she pulled him along. Whichever way she had to carry her husband along as she couldn't walk for himself. BBG then travelled with her husband to various villages in the area. She vowed to never beg for anything in the actual area that her father controlled, as she was steadfast in her belief that Waheguru provided, not her ahankari father or any other person for that matter. When she would reach a village, she would set the basket with her husband just outside the pinned means village and then go to the village to beg for food. She never begged for more than one meal worth at a time, as she was confident that Guruji would always give the next meal. If not, she was just as content not eating anything, as that was Waheguruji's will. At all times, she expressed gratitude for what they had. People felt sorry for her and often told her so with tears in their eyes. They said how it was so unfair that someone born to such a wealthy father who has had servants all her life, who had never made roti before marriage, who has never worked before in her life, to have the life she has now with having to beg for food daily. It was really sad. They expressed pity for BBGs. However, This didn't shake Bibi Ji, nor did it make her feel sorry for herself. One day she happened to visit the site where the fourth Guru of Sikhs, Guru Ram Das Ji, had initially constructed a sacred pool named Amrit Sarovar, the pool of nectar near a berry tree, and founded Amritsar, which houses the Golden Temple, the heaven on the earth, means Harmandir Sahib, the house of God, the holy place of miracles, where the miracle with Bibi Rajni's crippled husband also took place, because extraordinary miracle requires extraordinary amount of faith. In the next video, we'll get to know how Bibi Rajni's devotion and unshaken faith upon God bears the fruit, and the very miraculous incidents which took place there. Guru Nanak Naam, chardhi, tere, bhane, sarbat, bhala.